Good morning, all of you. So yesterday, what was our topic? Yesterday, what we did, come on fast, quickly give me the answer in the chat box. Mutation. Okay. So based on that topic, we will go for a poll of 10 questions, an assignment or a poll of 10 questions. This is your assignment. Here itself you are doing, here itself you are solving, here itself you are getting answer on the spot. Okay. So we are going for a poll of 10 questions. Remember, when you go through this, like day before yesterday, last day, 10 questions are there. You will get 10 minutes. In 10 minutes time, you have to solve all the questions and you have to submit. And please listen carefully. You read the question carefully and see all the answers. Check it properly, and then only you have to submit. You have to read the question very carefully and answers also, because answers are almost similar. And answers are almost similar, which is the absolute correct answer that you have to choose. So I hope that you will do it properly. So now I'm launching that poll. So please take 10 minutes time. I will give you the warning at the end. बीच में मैं कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा. लास्ट में मैं मतलब लास्ट 1 minute बाकी होगा तभी आपको वार्निंग देते रहेगा. So I will keep on giving you the warning, the time this much is left or whatever it is. So this I will do, but do it for quick. Okay. I don't know that whether you are able to see the timing what is appearing there on the poll. Can you see the timing on poll? Just respond there in the chat box. Can you see the timing? No, so you cannot see the timing. So I have to tell you, but I can see the timing over here. Okay, then I will give the warning in between. Okay, I'm launching now. You please start. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exact 10 minutes you got. Now I'm sharing the result. Okay, fine. Now we'll analyze the question question answers now. We go to the first question to analyze. What is mutation? Now you see all the sentences, if you read, you can see that similarities there, a slight difference there in all sentences. Now in this first question, 48% said a sudden change in the genome. 28% is saying that the change in the RNA, 16% says change in the amino acid, and 8% is saying that change in the protein. So now the percentage wise, if you look at, the answer is C. Do you agree with that? A sudden change in the genome? Yes, you agree that. So the correct answer is that a sudden change, heritable change in the genetic material or genome, because we are writing genome here. Genome represents genetic material. So you know that genetic material is always DNA. Genetic material is always DNA, and RNA is not a genetic material. That is applicable to only a few viruses where their RNA is genetic material. So genome, that is C, is the correct answer. No, all other answers are just given like that. Nothing to explain about anything about other sentences. If I say protein, first sentence protein, that is the end product of protein synthesis. RNA is the mediator of protein synthesis. Amino acid is the blocking materials of protein synthesis. But the correct answer over here is genome, that is the genetic material. That genome we can say nothing, DNA only. So the correct answer is C. Now go to the second question. What is genotype? Now genotype and phenotype, actually this basic meaning you might have learned from chapter number 2, chapter number 3. That means genotype and phenotype, these are the two technical terms to be remembered. And here I got answer. 52% said genetic constitution of a character, And 24% says that the codon represents an amino acid and acid character. 16% saying that the 3-letter code character. 8% saying that the physical expression of a character. Here also you just see that to make this question and options, I made the statement in such a way that some similarities, mostly similarities there in each and every answer. There is a slight difference, and with the slight difference you have to find out the answer. Okay, because I didn't take these questions from anywhere. This is the question prepared by me myself. So I did answers like that only. So that is why in the beginning only I told you that you have to read the answers correctly and read it many times as far as possible, and then find the correct answer, because so much similarities there in these answers, among the answers. Now, what is the point here? What is genotype? The majority is saying that genetic constitution of a character. That is the correct answer. Now, what other points? The 3-letter code character, nothing, I made it like this. The codon represents an amino acid character, that I made it like that. Then physical expression of a character, that is also a technical statement. Like the genetic constitution of a character is said to be genotype. Same manner, the physical expression of a character is also said in some other way. What is that? Physical expression of a character, what do you call? What do you call the physical expression of a character? Phenotype. Okay, so genotype and phenotype, two technical terms are there. This genotype technical term is already there in this chapter, in this particular paragraph. That is why I added that. So I hope that you understood that one. Now I go to the third question. Mutation results in change of dash. Mutation results in change of dash. Change of options given to you: external character, evolution in character, phenotype of character, genotype of character. And 40% said evolution in character. 28% is saying genotype of character. 20% is saying that external character, and 12% is saying that phenotype of character. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? Okay, you are giving this answer because you didn't read the textbook. You didn't read the textbook. Okay. Even I explain it very well. Even my slides you didn't observe yesterday, because already they're in the classroom. If you had observed it, you could have given the correct answer. Here, the correct answer is coming second only. That is the genotype of character. Any change in the nitrogen base, that is making change in the genotype of the character. Genotype changes, then character. Physical expression is the what we can say, the last point. So if you want to change your physical expression, the genotype which is representing that physical character must be changed. That is, genotype is changing. When genotype is changing, the character will change. If there is no change in genotype, no change in character. Now you see, people, animals or plants or human beings, they are showing some characters which are externally, and these external characters, all the characters are not because of change in genes. Now you just see that in your body, there is a gene that is deciding your hair nature. Your curly hair, example you take curly hair. Curly hair is because of a particular gene. That genotype deciding that curly character. But what you people are doing, especially girls, what you people are doing, what you are doing with the curly hair, you will go to beauty parlor, and this curly hair, you will make it a straight. Yes or no? And you will make it a straight, and then the hair will be very straight. All you can say that the actress, they are doing it like that. Is it genetic change? Is it a genetic change? The curly hair, you are making it a straight hair by going what you can say, beauty parlor. Is it a genetic change? Is it a change which is transmittable to next generation? So your hair color, hair nature may be curly, but the next generation is also will get curly hair only. But if you are making straight by going beauty parlor, the next generation will not get a straight hair. Again, the next generation also should go to beauty parlor, because that is not a hereditary character. That is not a genotypic change. So the physical character you can change. Your skin color may be very dark. You can make it as light. Fevicol apply करने का, paint मारने का, as most of the people doing, है ना? So आपको ऐसा character को change कर सकता है. The physical character को change कर सकता है. But that is not a mutation. That is not a genetic change. So genetic change means, or mutation means, whenever a character changes because of the change in the genes, because of the change in the arrangement of or the sequence of nitrogen bases. So when such change occurs, we say genotype is changing, the character will change, and then you are saying that you got I'm sorry. Yeah, then we say that mutation has occurred. So mutation means a sudden heritable change there in the genome. Because of that, the genotype changes, and that will result in change in character. So number 3 is over. Now we go to 4. What is the correct answer here? Genotype of character. All other characters are nothing related. Phenotype of character, if genotype changes, then only phenotype changes. Genotype changes, then only phenotype changes. Then external character. External character is called as phenotype. Then evolution in character. Okay, no doubt. When mutation occurs, that may result in evolution. That is a raw material for evolution. That is what we learned yesterday. Mutation is a raw material for evolution, because your genotype changes, your physical character changes, and generation after generation, the character is transmitted, the new character is transmitted. Of course, that will result in evolution. Okay. Now, the 4th one, name the type of mutation when a single nitrogen base pair is changed. When a single base pair, nitrogen base pair is changed, what kind of mutation it is? There are different types of mutation. Okay. So here itself, some names are given, but not all the names are correct. But some names are given like that to make it proper. Okay. In this, one mistake happened to me. Some mistake happened to me when I didn't see. I'm sorry. Okay. Only first 4 what you can say, options you have to consider. Rest all the options I told you now. That is of yesterday's question. That is part of yesterday's question. I could not remove that. I'm sorry. Okay. So correct answer over here. Now you see here 36% saying point mutation, and 28% saying substitution mutation, and 12% saying shift mutation, 8% saying deletion mutation. Now you see, I just made names like this. Mutation, 3 basic types: deletion, insertion, and substitution. Okay, deletion is there, and shift mutation is, not shift mutation, point mutation is there, and when substitution mutation there. So all different types of mutation here, but in all these cases, different meaning. But here the question is a single base pair is changed. A single base pair is changed. Even hemophilia I given, not hemophilia, sickle cell anemia example also given there. So whenever there is a single nitrogen base pair is removed, that is called point mutation. That is called point mutation. Deletion mutation, why it is not correct? Deletion mutation means it can be 1 nitrogen base, 2 nitrogen bases, 3 nitrogen bases. Any number can be removed. Any number can be removed. So number is not specified there. Shift mutation means what is that? When some base pairs are removed. So the location is, I mean, yesterday we have seen now that statement sentence we have seen like that shifting takes place. When बीच में दो space खाली हो गया या एक space खाली हो गया या 3 space खाली हो गया, वो space occupy करेंगे आगे वाला genes, आगे वाला nitrogen bases. So they are, I mean, occupying the position. According to their meaning also will change. Then yesterday we have seen that. Okay, that is called a shift mutation. So point mutation means when a nitrogen base pair is changed, there the mutation is occurs because of one point, one dot, one nitrogen base pair. That is point mutation. And substitution mutation means one gene is replaced and another gene is placed over there. Yeah, one nitrogen base is removed, and in that place another nitrogen base is added. Nothing is removed from there. Nothing is removed, but one is replaced by another one. That is why yesterday I told you, when my lecturer is there in my place, someone else is coming over there, means that is substitution. Okay. So these are the 4 points. Rest all the points are the answers of one of the questions of yesterday's. So unfortunately I didn't see, because yesterday night only by 1 o'clock only I prepared this one, so it did not come to my eyes. I'm sorry in that. Okay, so the correct answer over here is that 36%. Point mutation, that is the correct answer. Now go to question number 5. The question number 5 is that find the odd man out in relation to mutation to the segment of DNA resulted in alteration in chromosome. That means what is there? The mutation will result in change of segment of DNA that will result in chromosome change. Okay, so find the odd man out. That means here 4 words are given, 4 technical terms are given. Which terms are not related to this? Which terms are, you have to see that. Okay, here 36% says that duplication, 28% says replication, 24% says insertion, 12% says deletion. What is the correct answer, friends? What is the correct answer? Replication, I got answer from students. Some of you are writing replication. Yeah, third one, but they are agreeing. Okay, here if you look at the majority, what is the answer here? According to the majority, it is duplication. Duplication. Is it correct? Duplication is correct? No, because duplication is a type of mutation. Okay, so deletion, insertion, duplication, ये तीनों क्या है? Mutation related है, ये topic में related है. All these are related to the mutation to the segment of DNA resulting in alteration of chromosome. So the correct answer is that replication. Replication what? Duplication of DNA. Okay, so replication is the correct answer. Duplication is, even though majority is there, duplication is wrong. Replication is correct. Now we go to the 6th one. Frame shift mutation occurs due to. Frame shift mutation occurs due to. Again, look at the points over here. 64% is saying deletion or insertion of base pairs in DNA. Then 20% is saying that replication of DNA. And nobody is supporting splicing of RNA. The 16% is saying mutation of DNA. What is the correct answer? Now we have to go after majority. Yeah, answer already coming there in the chat box. So everybody is saying D is the correct answer. I do agree that. Because frame shift means there, the frame shift is occurring because of 2 reasons. One, because of removal of a gene, yeah, nitrogen base, or because of addition of nitrogen base. Because you know that only 3-letter words can be accepted. Only 3 words, 3-letter words can be accepted. Your 3 nitrogen base pair we call as a codon. So if 1 nitrogen base is removed, then you will not read it as a 2-letter word. You have to make it as 3. That means आगे वाला जो nitrogen base इसमें add on करना पड़ेगा. So shift हो गया. चेंज हो गया, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ डिलीशन. इवन 2 ट्रांसफर हो गया तो, या 4 ट्रांसफर हो गया तो, या 5 ऐसा किया तो ये ट्रांसलोकेशन करना पड़ेगा, दैट इज शिफ्टिंग. देन सिमिलरली इफ यू आर एडिंग वन जीन, if you are adding one nitrogen base, adding one nucleotide, again you have to make it as 3 letter codon. So if you are adding, so आगे का साइड में शिफ्ट करना पड़ेगा. रिमूव करेगा तो पीछे का साइड शिफ्टिंग होता है, और ऐड करेगा तो आगे का साइड में शिफ्टिंग होता है. तो फ्रेम शिफ्ट में बिकॉज ऑफ डिलीशन, बिकॉज ऑफ इंसर्शन, या बिकॉज ऑफ subtraction or addition of nitrogen base pairs in DNA, the frame shift mutation occurs. और replication of DNA का कुछ मीनिंग नहीं, मैं ऐसा डाल दिया, आपको मालूम है, मैंने आपको बोला कुछ सिमिलरिटी मिलने के लिए पॉइंट्स वर्ड सेंटेंस क्रिएट किया. तो स्प्लाइसिंग ऑफ आरएनए आपको मालूम है, म्यूटेशन ऑफ डीएनए मालूम है, वही म्यूटेशन हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. ओके, so correct answer is that deletion and insertion of base pairs in DNA. Is it clear to you, friends? Clear? Now go to the next one. Deletion of an amino acid occurs due to, वो भी ध्यान से देखना, ये सब खाली 2 पैराग्राफ में, हमने खाली 2 पैराग्राफ ही पर स्टडी किया है, वो 2 पैराग्राफ से बनाया हुआ है 10 क्वेश्चंस. So every sentence very important there. So deletion of an amino acid occurs due to. So here 32% is saying that removal of 3 base pairs. 36% is saying that is a majority, removal of 1 base pair. And 28% is saying the removal of 2 base pairs. 4% is saying that removal of 4 base pairs. Now friends, you tell me, one amino acid is represented by 1 codon. How many nitrogen bases in 1 codon? Please write there in the chat box quickly. Okay, I got the answer, 3. 3 nitrogen bases there in the codon. And these 3 nitrogen bases representing 1 amino acid. So you just imagine that this 1 amino acid, if you want to remove from there, how many nitrogen bases you have to remove from there? All those 3 nitrogen bases which are representing that particular amino acid has to be removed. Yes or no? Yes or no, friends? Yes. So if you are not removing 3 nitrogen base pairs, you cannot remove 1 amino acid. You got the point. Yesterday we have seen that. Dog word has changed it. Removed the word dog. That means dog is representing an amino acid, imagine. So when the word dog is removed from there, that dog representing amino acid is also removed from there. But minimum number or maximum number for 1 amino acid, it is 3. If the question is of 2 amino acid, then you have to remove 2 into 3, that is 6 nitrogen bases. If you want to remove 3 amino acid, you have to remove 3 into 3, 9 amino acid, nitrogen bases. You got the point clearly, friends, now? Okay, is it clear? Deletion of an amino acid occurs due to removal of 3 base pairs. Similarly, now the point over here is that removal, deletion. Even addition also like that only. Is opposite. If you want to add an amino acid in a protein, you want to add an additional amino acid in a protein. How many nitrogen bases you have to add over there? How many you have to insert over there? You have to insert how many nitrogen bases? 3. Again 3. So 3 nitrogen bases you have to add over there if you want to add an amino acid. If you want to remove an amino acid, 3 nitrogen base pair have to be removed. Is it clear? So now I go to the next one, that is a true false question. Now every amino acid is having specific transfer RNA. True or false? Good. 80% is saying that true and 20% is saying that false. With whom you will go? 80% or 20%? You will go with 80% or 20%? You will go with the 80%. So 80%, that is the correct answer. For every amino acid, you can see that there is a specific transfer RNA. Okay, and second last question. Second last question is that name of the free nitrogen bases present on transfer RNA. What do you call? The name the free nitrogen bases. Name those 3 free nitrogen bases present on transfer RNA. Even you can come to you can get a confusion over here. Where these 3 nitrogen bases? I didn't mention that specifically here. Okay, I didn't mention the specific location of those 3 nitrogen bases, because if I'm going to specify the location, in that location itself you get the answer. So that is why I didn't specify. But anyway, 72% is saying that anticodon, and 20% is saying that codon, 4% is saying anticod, and 4%, another 4% is saying cod. The correct answer here, majority, okay, near to 3/4 majority. So we can see that 72% is saying that is the correct answer, anticodon. Now, one more thing you have to remember, where this anticodon is located. The anticodon is located there on anticodon loop. Where it is located, please write there in the chat box what I said. Where it is located, friends? Anticodon loop. Okay, so that is why there the answer is there in that particular location itself. That is why I didn't specify that. Now, one more point you can say, 3 more nitrogen bases are there in transfer RNA, which is unpaired. Can you tell me where it is? At 3' end. At the 3' end, 3 more nitrogen base pairs are there, bases are there, which are unpaired. They are free. They are CCA. They are CCA at 3' end. To this 3' end, the amino acid is getting attached. So a question, agar question examination ke liye aisa aayega to be cautious, check it properly and give the answer. And now the correct answer over here is that anticodon. Now I go to the last one. Okay, what is the last one? Name the site of protein synthesis. Yesterday I told you that where the protein synthesis is taking place. The messenger RNA is coming from DNA from the nucleoplasm to cytoplasm and directly going to one of the cell organelle called ribosome. Okay, and here the 60% is saying that ribosome is the correct answer. Then 16 each saying nucleus and mitochondria, and 8% is saying that chromosome. The correct answer over here is that ribosome, because this was the last point we said yesterday, there we stopped it. So now you know that how many answers, your answers are correct. You can check yourself, because I am not going to the result section right now. I don't want to go to the result section. I'm not going now. I can post it if you want later, but I don't want to, because there the result session you will get, everybody will get the result of everyone's. Okay, what answer you have given. So I don't want to go into that now. I'm stopping this share now here, and let us start today's topic. Okay, so did you enjoy it? Please write there in the chat box. This part is clear to you, like genetic code. This section is also very much clear to you. Okay, now we go to the slide which we want to take today, that is translation and protein synthesis. Okay, so translation of protein synthesis, this is the topic. This is the important topic. Actually, we were studying about protein synthesis for last 1 week. Protein synthesis only 4.5 आपका टेक्स्ट बुक में 4.5 सेक्शन में जो दिया हुआ protein synthesis we were referring so far. Even we are still there only. So we have seen that the protein synthesis is completed there in 2 main steps. There are 2 steps in protein synthesis. You remember the first step. Now second step is already given over here. Translation is the second step. What is the first step? Transcription. Very good. So transcription is the first step, Under transcription, we have seen a lot of things. Can you remember the technical terms of some of the headings we have seen under transcription? You remember what all areas we covered under transcription? Any technical terms you remember? Yeah, central dogma we have seen, and after that, transcription of the DNA we have seen, then splicing we have seen. Come on, you write there in the chat box. Even I keep on saying the points, but still you write the points which you remember. Then heterogeneous nuclear DNA we have seen, nuclear RNA, its splicing we have seen, and after that, yeah, formation of messenger RNA. Okay. Then the enzymes which are involved there in synthesis of RNAs, that we have seen. प्रोकैरियोट्स में कैसा है, यूकैरियोट्स में कैसा है, वो देखा. उसके बाद एंजाइम्स के बारे में बात करें तो पॉलीमराइज एंजाइम, राइट? तो पॉलीमराइज एंजाइम, मल्टीपल पॉलीमराइज एंजाइम देयर इन यूकैरियोट्स. प्रोकैरियोट्स में एक ही पॉलीमराइज एंजाइम है, और प्रोकैरियोट्स में स्प्लाइसिंग नहीं होता है, देखने पड़ा. देन वी हैव सीन जेनेटिक कोड. जेनेटिक कोड में सारे बहुत पॉइंट्स हमने देखा. And we have seen the characteristics of genetic code. Minimum, how many characteristics you remember? We have done a long objective type questions also last day as a poll. Some 8 to 10 points we have seen there. Then we have seen yesterday mutation. Then we have seen yesterday 2 things we have seen, right? The mutation we have seen. Then what else we have seen? What else we have seen yesterday? Mutation we have seen. One more thing we have seen yesterday. Types of RNA. Yesterday we have seen types of RNA also. 3 types of RNA, and transfer, amino acid transfer RNA complex, that also we have seen under that heading. So today we are going to see the second part and the most important part of protein synthesis. Examination point of view, everything is important, but here you have to give more importance, because here little difficult to, not difficult, is very easy to understand if you understand that what you can say, the technique. The technique, if you understand, this topic is very simple. Translation. Now, what is translation? Translation means, you see, in transcription you got the RNA from the DNA. Now RNA is there with you. Which is the RNA? Which RNA you have? Which RNA you have right now? Come on, fast, quickly write the points over the messenger RNA. What is there in the messenger RNA? The messenger RNA, all the informations are written in the form of coded language. In the form of coded language. And that coded language will decide the series of the sequence of amino acid in a protein. That means that is deciding what kind of proteins to be synthesized. So according to the codon sequences there in messenger RNA, the protein is synthesized. Protein means here polypeptide. Polypeptide is protein. Okay. So the polypeptide or the protein is synthesized according to the message written there on the messenger RNA. Okay. And that is taking place where, what is the site of protein synthesis? Now we have seen ribosome. So in the ribosome, the messenger RNA is synthesizing the protein according to the information written there on it. This process is called as translation. So got the point clearly? So what is translation? The codons of messenger RNA that is translated and form a protein in the ribosome. Okay. Now we are going to see that for protein synthesis or translation, what all materials you need. What are the requirements? You just look at this slide carefully. What are the requirements? What are the requirements? Number 1. What are the requirements? What is written there? Number 1, amino acid. Okay, so you need an amino acid. Now you see that you are there in 12th standard. So once you are there in 12th standard, for your study purpose, you need some requirements. What is the basic requirement for your study purpose of 12th standard? What is the basic requirement? That basic requirement not there in my hand so far. Yeah, somebody written that book, textbook. That is the most important thing. See, if you don't have a textbook, how will you read the thing? How will you study the things? You cannot take any textbook and do it. The most important thing is textbooks. Same manner. You see, a lecture is not an important thing. Classroom is not an important thing. Or even this online teaching is also not so important thing. So what is important? Textbook. If you have the textbook, you can go through it. You can learn yourself. Yes or no? So we are just assisting you. We are just helping you. But even though our support is not there, someone else's support is not there, even though college or school is not there, you can learn yourself. What do you need it? You need the textbook. That is the most important thing. The same manner we can say that for protein synthesis, the most important required material is that amino acids. And where these amino acids are lying, now you see the picture over there, the first one you are seeing over there, that is amino acid only. And where it is lying, where the amino acids are present. Come on fast, quickly give me the answer, please. Where the amino acids are located. Amino acids are present in cytoplasm. Amino acids are present in cytoplasm. All these amino acids are there in cytoplasm. How many amino acids are there altogether? Quickly give me the answer, because I want to wind up here only. 20 amino acids are there. So 20 different types of amino acids are there in the cytoplasm. By using this cytoplasm, the amino acid, you can synthesize protein. But with the amino acid only, you cannot synthesize protein. Amino acid is there, but you need something else also. What is that? Number one. Number two, that is the messenger, the RNA. That is the message. Because if you want to study, I told you, if you want to study, you need textbook. That is the most important thing. Now remember, you can get textbooks of any class, any type, but what is most important thing? There is a blueprint. There is a blueprint. Based on that blueprint, the textbook must be prepared. Am I right? What is the blueprint? Can you say? Can you say what is that blueprint? Here we are saying messenger RNA. Messenger RNA is carrying the message from DNA that carries the blueprint. अभी बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन करना है तो बिल्डिंग को एक ब्लूप्रिंट है, आर्किटेक्ट ने बना के दिया हुआ एक ब्लूप्रिंट है. वो ब्लूप्रिंट के अनुसार बिल्डिंग बांध मींस कंस्ट्रक्शन करके लेंगे. So there is a blueprint. So similarly, for your studies, you have the test book. 11वीं का टेक्स्ट बुक चलेगा, 10वीं का चलेगा, डिग्री का चलेगा. So you should have a textbook. That textbook should have a blueprint. What is the blueprint? What is the blueprint? No idea. I will tell you. The blueprint is your syllabus. So your textbook must be based on your syllabus. So there is a blueprint for your education. So for biology, these are the topics to be studied. These are the things to be studied. These are the things to be covered. So accordingly, the textbook must be prepared. Am I right? Yes or no? So same manner, the blueprint is there. Yeah, the messenger, the message from the DNA brought to the site of protein synthesis, yeah, cytoplasm or ribosome by messenger. So messenger RNA is the second requirement. Now the third requirement is that, now अभी देखिए कंस्ट्रक्शन करने को जा रहे हैं, ब्लूप्रिंट है, ब्रिक्स है, सीमेंट है, एवरीथिंग वहां लेके आके रखा है. काम करने के लिए लोड चाहिए ना, ये ब्रिक्स लेके आने के लिए लोड चाहिए. So here we can see that similarly the amino acids are there in cytoplasm. Messenger RNA is already coming and sitting over there with the message. But to synthesize protein, Somebody has to bring the amino acid from cytoplasm to messenger RNA. And who will bring that? Transfer RNA. So transfer RNA is needed, amino acid is needed, messenger RNA is needed, transfer RNA is needed. Then another one, the site. What is the site? All these protein synthesis, the entire process of protein synthesis is taking place there in the cytoplasm, but cytoplasm not everywhere. There is one cell organelle for that purpose. That cell organelle is called as ribosome. So ribosome is a site of protein synthesis. So this ribosome is also a must. Okay, we will see in detail ribosome little later. Today I'm not taking, tomorrow we will see that. Okay, so ribosome. Then next is that all these activities are taking place with the help of energy. For everything, energy is required. Now you see this is ATP, this is adenosine triphosphate. So ATP is required, energy is required. For everything, energy is required. Without energy, nothing can be done. Now, similarly, you see in the picture, you are seeing that the ribosome is having 2 units. The 2 units in the initial stage, they are separate. They see now both are separate. Then they are coming together. The smaller unit and the larger unit, they are coming together. And when they come together, they want to be joined. For that, magnesium ions are required. For that, magnesium ions are required. Then all these are chemical reactions. These are metabolic activities. Chemical reactions, we can say. So for these chemical reactions, enzymes are required. Then similarly, when the protein synthesis is over, all these components must be separated. The process must be separated like this. Just now you have seen like that. It must be separated. And protein synthesis must be stopped. So for that, certain things are required, like releasing factor. So all these are the various requirements for the synthesis of protein. Is it clear to you, friends? I told you various components which are essential for synthesis of protein. Please write there in the chat box one after the other quickly. Yes, amino acid, messenger RNA, transfer RNA, ribosome, ATP, magnesium ions, enzymes, releasing factors. And one more thing I want to say, even ribosomal RNA is also having the role. Ribosomal RNA is also must be required. All the points I did not mention here, some important points mentioned. But remember, ribosome, all the RNAs are required. Ribosomal RNA is also having the important role. And what is their role, that I will tell you in a later session tomorrow. Okay, so this is about the requirements. Now look at RNA. I'm sorry, my arrow changed. Okay. Now, if you look at over here, they are talking about a ribosome. So, what are the requirements you have seen in the previous slide? But in this slide, what I want to tell you, that is about the ribosome. So, ribosome is the site of protein synthesis. You know, ribosome, 2 types are there. You remember what are the 2 types of ribosome? Because in prokaryotes and eukaryotes, the ribosomes are not same. What kind of ribosome is there in prokaryotes? 70S ribosome. In eukaryotes, the ribosome is there, that is called a 80S ribosome. And whether it is 70S or 80S, the ribosome is having 2 units. The ribosome is having how many units? I said how many units? 2 units. One is a smaller unit. That is what you see here. This is the smaller unit, and there is a larger unit. There is a smaller unit and there is a larger unit. That is here it is. This is 40S and this is 60S. So these are the 2 ribosome units, 40S and 60S. When it is added, it becomes 80S. This is the ribosome structure of, ribosome, we can say, nature of eukaryotes. Total 80S, but subunits, if you separate the count, that is 40S and 60S. Now, this ribosome is the site where the protein synthesis is taking place. Now, look at here. This ribosome is normally seen separate in the cytoplasm when the protein synthesis has to be taken place, or when the messenger RNA is coming with a message for the synthesis of protein. What will happen? The messenger RNA will come and sit on the smaller unit. The messenger RNA will come and sit on the smaller unit. Then that is followed by the joining of the larger unit. Okay. So when the larger unit will come together, we say this is one ribosome. And this ribosome is having 4 binding sites. Overall, 4 locations they have. The ribosome is having 4 locations where they can give a space to something else. What is that? Now, if you look at this ribosome, this area where the messenger RNA has to be arranged, has to be seated. The messenger RNA has to be seated on the ribosome. For that, on ribosome, there is a binding site. So, on every ribosome, you can see that one binding site is for messenger RNA, and this messenger RNA will come and sit on that place. Okay. Now, you know that when you are entering into your principal's cabin, you have a seat over there. You won't go and sit onto the principal's chair. You want to sit, there is a place there you have to go and sit. So similarly, in every ribosome, there is a seat. There is a seat for messenger RNA. There is only one site. There is only one site for that. Only one site is for messenger RNA on every ribosome. But there are 3 sites. There are 3 sites for transfer RNA. So one site for messenger RNA, one site for messenger RNA, but for transfer RNA, 3 sites are there. Now look at here, you see over 3 pictures over here. This is 1, this is 2nd, and this is 3rd. These are the 3 sites I say. Now, right now you can see here, these 3 sites for the transfer RNA. Now, this site is known as, the amino acyl transfer site, or A site. This is called A site. The middle wala, second wala, is called as the P site. This is P site. That is called peptidyl transfer RNA site. And there is a 3rd site over there. That is this one, the last one. This is called a E site, exit site. So remember, the ribosome is having 3 sites for transfer RNA. One is called A site, that is amino acyl transfer RNA site. Second is then the P site, that is peptidyl site, that wo beech mein rehta hai, and last mein rehta hai, that is E site, or it is also called as exit site. So overall, how many sites are there in ribosome for RNA? Please write there in the chat box quickly. For RNA, 2 types of RNA there. Messenger RNA is there, for that one is there. Then transfer RNA, 3 are there. So 3 plus 1 kitna ho gaya? 4. So overall, now count over here. 1 binding site for messenger RNA, 3 sites for transfer RNA. Just look at there. Okay, now look at this point. 1 site, 1 binding site for messenger RNA, and 3 for transfer RNA. So overall, kitna hai? How many are there all together? All together, 4 are there. So that must clear to you now. That must clear. Okay, so 4 are there. Okay, name yaad rakhna. और sequence में देखना, A है A site, this is P site, and after that E site. Okay, and in addition to that, now you see between the larger subunit and smaller subunit on messenger RNA, you can see there is a groove. अब जब वो जो पिक्चर आएगा ना अभी तभी आप देखो, थोड़ा ध्यान से देखो उधर. You can see that in between the larger subunit and the smaller subunit there is a groove. For what purpose this groove is there? 2 purposes it has. One purpose is that when the protein is synthesized, the protein should not be destroyed. Now you see the groove over there. Yeah, the protein should not be destroyed by the cellular enzymes because everything is happening there in the cytoplasm. So their enzymes are there. The enzymes may destroy the protein. So they want to protect the protein, the polypeptides from the cellular enzyme. For that, the groove is there, one thing. Second thing is that the messenger RNA can be destroyed from the nucleases. So the nucleases enzymes, so messenger RNA, they have to protect. So for the protection purpose, the groove is there. Okay, now you see the groove over here. So the groove is there that protects the protein from cellular enzymes and messenger RNA from nucleases enzymes. Okay, now look at the three sites over there. You can see the site, it is already written there. You can see it very clearly. A site. Then here you can see this is A site. This is called P site. Dekho beech mein dekho. And this is called the E site. Is it clear, friends? Is it clear? Let us find it. Stop it here. Okay, I'm going to stop it here, and tomorrow we will see. We will start with the mechanism. Let me see what is there in the next slide. Next slide. Tomorrow we will start with the mechanism of translation. Is it clear? So today I have just given you the introduction of protein synthesis, the requirements I told you, the requirements, what are the requirements we need for the synthesis of protein, and then the ribosome structure also I told you, ribosome structure, and then on the ribosome, how many binding sites are there. For messenger RNA, 1 is there, and for transfer RNA, 3 are there, and the importance of groove also I told you. So tomorrow, if God permits, we will start with the mechanism of protein synthesis. And once the mechanism started, the whole mechanism I will take at a stretch. Tomorrow itself I'll finish. So I will not go for 10 question poll tomorrow. I will go for one question poll only in between tomorrow, and not 10 question poll, because the entire mechanism I have to take together tomorrow. Because once we start, all these 3 points which you are seeing over here, all these 3 steps you are seeing on the screen now, that we have to complete tomorrow itself, because otherwise you will not get the continuity. So the thing is very simple also to understand. My request is that all of you have the textbook. Please read the textbook, whether it is e-copy or a hard copy. Please read the textbook also simultaneously with me. So then it is very easy for you to understand. I hope that you understood today's, you understood the today's session, and also enjoyed today's session.